Hey, Marcus. This is Lori with Soul Sisters Digital Design. I had made a video for Lynn, and Lynn indicated that you would like me to make one for Robinson Financial Group as well. So that's what I'm doing today. I am shooting this video to give you an idea of how your business stacks up against your competition online and to give you some tips on how you can improve things. Now, as Google crawls the web, it's really looking for three things: content, backlinks, and citations. So for the purposes of this video, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Now, content just refers to the words and images on your site. So Google likes to see between 1,500 and 2,000 words, really at a minimum, on the page. And why that is it gives them a good idea, it gives the algorithm a good idea of what you do and where you are. So the exact amount, though, is going to kind of depend on your competition and the number of keywords kind of needed that you want to rank for. So what's a keyword? A keyword is really anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So let's look at what a keyword search might look like. So Lynn did indicate that you would like to rank for financial advisor Gainesville, Florida. And so that's what I typed in to see what came up. And as you can see, at the top of the page is what we call the map pack. So the top three listed here are going to get the most traffic. And it's really because this is at the top of the Google results page. It's super user friendly. People can see these reviews right away. It is really easy to use. Um, and how you get here is you need to obviously have a Google business profile, which you guys do. You need to make sure it's correctly and completely filled out, just filled out as much as possible. And the third aspect of that is you want to have your name, address, and phone number listed in as many relevant directories on the web as possible. So that could be things like Yelp or Yellow Pages. But basically, the more times you do that, the more power it gives your profile. Because each one of those, each directory you're listed in, is considered a citation. The idea really being that as your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet, the larger your presence is, the more Google trusts you. So below this map back, we have what's called the organics, and that just means non-paid. Um, and so if you can, ideally, you want to be in the top three here as well. In fact, by being in the top three of the map pack, you will see about a 30% increase over your organic ranking. Go back to content for just a minute. So I'm looking at your website here and it's beautiful. I love it. I love the video here. People love video. I love the calls to action that you have, like learn how we can help, these different kind of call outs on how to start the process. And again, here's another call to action. This is all really great. The problem that I see or something that can be improved about is your content. So when I plugged your site into a web counter, I found that you are sitting at about 686 words. And remember, I said that, kind of the minimum threshold now is 1,500. So that is what will really let Google know what you want to be found for, because you want to place those keywords that you want to be found for all throughout that page. And by doing that, it tells Google exactly who might be interested. So if you want to be found for financial advisor Gainesville, Florida, that needs to be all over this page. And it does talk some about what you do, but not enough that Google is able to kind of register that. So let's take a look at some of your competition as well. So as we go through this video, I'm going to take a look and compare you against Cosingler.com. I don't really, because they're the top one for that search term, and I'm not really going to count Yelp because that's a directory. And so the second highest is nfwealthadvisors.com. So again, that's who I'm going to compare you to on this. So one of the things that I do, and by the way, these are their websites, and you can see that they've got some content here. They've got a lot of content, but it's really focused on their people. Oh, wait, I'm on the About page. My bad. So they are talking about wealth management. They are talking about retirement planning. They've got a bit more content than you do, but not a ton. And then the other one was this North Florida Wealth Advisors. And they need some more content as well. But one of the things I do to compare websites is I use a tool called Ahrefs. And so I've got your website plugged in here. And let's take a look at some of the stats associated with this. So I can tell, for example, that you are being found right now for 11 keywords, and there's really zero organic traffic coming through. Let's take a look at what those keywords are. So for your name, you're being found, although you're in a back position. So once you get past 10 on the position, you will see that you don't really get any traffic because there are 10 results per Google result page, and most people don't go past the first page. So that's why it really results in little traffic. Um, so if I'm looking at this, I can see that Robinson Insurance Company, Robinson Group, like a lot of your name is in here, but what I don't see is Financial Advisor Gainesville, for example. So let's take a look instead at, say, Koss Ollinger. Now they're getting about 44 visits per month through or driving from 16 keywords, and you can see that for Financial Advisor Gainesville, they're actually in position 3. So that term is being searched 150 times per month. Out of that 150, because they're so high, they're in position 3, they're getting 16 visitors a month from that search term alone. If we look at North Florida Wealth Advisors, you can see that they are getting about 44 visits per month, and about 30, which is being driven from about 33 keywords. And a lot of these things like Financial Advising Gainesville, Financial Advisor Gainesville, they are in the top 10, and that's where you want to be. That truly makes a huge difference. So the last, the other aspect I want to look at is what we call UR and DR, and that just has to do with backlink profile. So all a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another via clickable or hyperlink text. So these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google again uses to build trust in your business by seeing these other businesses vouch for you. Essentially a popularity contest, right? The person with the most wins, the people. But not all links are created equal. So you really want to make sure that you have links that are relevant to your industry, and local websites really work the best. So if we look at your website right now, I can see that there are 20 different domains, other websites pointing to you. This rating right here, this DR, is something that we look at to see like how strong is your backlink profile. Because if you have links coming in that are not like relevant or things like that, it affects that strength. And so right now you're sitting at a 3 on a scale of 100. If we look at Cosingler, they are sitting at a 14 on a scale of 0 to 100. But that link that they've only got one referring domain, so that link must be pretty strong. And then if we look at the North Florida, we can see that they have 20 referring domains and they're sitting at a 3. But essentially, as you grow and as you do kind of search engine optimization and add more backlinks, that profile gets stronger. Google trusts you more. And really all these things need to work together. So once your content comes together with backlinks and citations, you will begin ranking higher and higher for those keywords that you have chosen to target, and more customers will find you. So I hope this was helpful. If you would like to learn more, if you want to sit down and maybe have a conversation about things that we could do, if you want some help with this, more than happy to do that. We can talk about your goals, and I can do some research to figure out what would be realistic for your business and what it might take to reach those goals. Again, hope this was helpful. Look forward to your feedback. I do love for these to be helpful. So if you have any feedback that or something that I could do to make it more so, always open to that. Again, my name is Lori. I'm with Soul Sisters Digital Design. My number is 352-235-9803. Thanks so much for watching.